What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this weird story that is going on over in Europe. There's a female boxer who's 34 years old, a Brazilian-born Viviane Obernauf. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Apparently, she was arrested and accused of beating down her husband and making him lose his life. I'm trying to say it in the best way I can while I'm recording this video. And she has been arrested on suspicion, which means more than likely she probably did it. Okay. And what's really weird about this situation is that she just married this guy, her husband, in January of this year. So we had the quarantining starting in late February, early to mid-March. So they were together through this whole crazy year that was. And maybe that has contributed to this. And the fact that they strongly suspect that she did it and she's being held in custody, more than likely she probably did it. But let's look let's look at the age difference. She's 34, he's 61, and apparently he's a rich guy. So she pretty much married him for his money. Now, I don't know if she thought that by, taking his life, that for the most part she'd be able to get access to his money, but we're going to get into this article. And this is according to dailystar.co.uk. Because a former professional boxer has been arrested for allegedly clubbing her husband to his untimely demise. Brazilian-born Viviane, who has fought 3 times in world title bouts, married her 61-year-old husband in January. Today, she stands accused of doing the deed with a blunt object in the apartment that they shared. Now, Viviane, who's 34, was arrested this week and is currently in investigative custody after her husband lost his life due to sustained violent assault. The victim, whose name is protected by Swiss law, passed due to the massive injuries that was inflicted with a blunt object, Swiss police stated. Police have been spotted searching a gym owned by Viviane herself, as well as the couple's apartment. Now, Viviane was born in Rio de Janeiro, and as a youngster, she played football and was an Olympic gymnast before turning to boxing at age 18. She was successful in her boxing career, winning 14 fights against 6 losses before retiring from the ring last year. So right when she retires, then she goes and marries this guy. She started working in hospitality industry in Switzerland after retiring from the sport, and then later opened her own gym, I'm pretty sure with the help of him. Swiss newspaper Blick reports that the super featherweight has been arrested once before in a London nightclub after punching a man in the face because he tried to grope her bottom while she was celebrating her 30th birthday. Again, can't be going around grabbing chicks, man, especially when they are boxers. But anyway, the incident led to her spending several hours in a cell in October of 2016. So we know that she has a propensity to get into it, especially with guys. She has no problem doing that, Candles and flowers have been laid outside the entrance of the restaurant the victim owned, the Des Alpes in Interlaken. A note pinned to the restaurant's door saying that it would reopen on November 24th has been removed. Managers cannot yet say when the restaurant will open again, and the staff has been placed on furlough. That's probably because the money issue and the operations. And he probably, was very hands-on running that restaurant. And when you lose somebody like that, it's very difficult for the staff to be able to continue, because he probably was there every day managing everything himself. But looking at this situation, man, Here you have a female that retired. Okay, she retired, and she was able to get her a rich guy who could not only fund her lifestyle, you know, buy her a gym so she doesn't have to work anymore. You know, she doesn't have to box anymore. I'm pretty sure she was done being in boxing. But the fact that she would then go and do what she is being alleged to have done, it shows a couple of things. One, she really didn't love him like that. Or we have the other thing, it could be a situation where he may have been dealing with other women, because we all know that, you know, women can be extremely jealous when it comes to a guy that they are with dealing with another woman. Now, we may not have 100% of the facts from her end, because she's probably going to deny it and continue to deny it. You also have her ex-boyfriend, who has said she has punched him before. She's gotten violent with him. And, you know, they had a bit of a toxic relationship. And that could always carry over, because I have told y'all this over and over and over, man. You have females that have a lot of issues. And when you have women who turn to physical sports like boxing, I think it's due to a large part of the anger issues they may have. I'm pretty sure this guy, and they're only saying his name is Thomas, okay? They're saying her now long deceased husband is Thomas, that's his name. She probably has had anger issues for a long time, especially when it comes to men. I've spoken about this in a recent live stream, man. You got women who've dealt with a lot growing up. And I'm not making excuses. If she did this, she deserves to be locked away and the key thrown away, right? But I think that you have these females who've never gotten over those issues. And when it comes to men, they will get physical with men. Like the guy that groped her, he got punched. I mean, but again, he brought that on himself. The boyfriend claims that she's put hands on him numerous times when they were together. And now you got the husband. And when you look at the nature of this particular crime, look at the nature of it. It seems like a very personal situation. Let's say she's guilty in this situation. There was a lot of pent up aggression and rage that went towards this guy. Did he tell her no, that he couldn't buy her this or do that for her? Is she someone who expected him to just do anything and, you know, he just follow? I just don't think he is, you know, the type of guy, it seems like, that was going to tell her yes every time. And just by, again, looking at how personal it was, it could be a situation of jealousy. Women are extremely jealous of other women. And a lot of times when you have somebody who has a boxing background, they had issues growing up in their childhood, when they were teenagers, maybe they were in relationships that were physical, and they finally meet a decent guy who's willing to help them. See, this is why you can't save everybody. You have a female who's probably mentally broken, okay? Told y'all about the ex-boyfriend, who's a weightlifter, by the way, who said that she got physical with him. Now, this guy, Thomas, really tried to save her. He really tried to help her, wife her up, help her get a gym, put her on the right track to not only being happy, but to being financially secure. And she still does what she does to him, because nothing was going to make her happy, because she has issues onto herself. And when you have a lot of these females who are out here trying to be gold diggers, they're looking for a rich man. This female was able to find a guy who's older, who she probably wasn't really that attracted to. Let's be real. Her ex-boyfriend was a weightlifter. She was looking for a nice guy to settle down with. A guy who was different than all the other men that she's dealt with. She was able to finally get with that guy, and she goes and takes his life anyway. This is a female who already has psychological issues. Psychological issues that was compounded by the fact that she had been a boxer. She has been in violent relationships. and she was finally with the guy who probably won't go back and forth with her. Wasn't gonna give her that toxic energy she needs. And it seems also that she's a bad drunk. She's a drunk. She's a drinker. And what I've told y'all about these drinkers, man. What I told you about these particular females, all they do is drink and take antidepressant medication. This woman is 34 years old. She literally has bludgeoned the love of her life to his demise over a situation that hopefully she fesses up to, because this seemed like something that was deeply personal. This was a personal situation in their home together. What set her off? What made her go down this path that she went down with the guy that had done nothing but try to elevate her? Now, she's probably going to claim that, you know, the relationship was toxic. He put hands on her. Y'all know the same old. But she bludgeoned this guy. She overpowered this guy. And now he's gone, and now she's sitting in jail. Probably the place that she should be, because people like this don't need to be getting in and out of no relationships. If you didn't want to be with a guy, why get with him? Well, he had money. And that's the mindset of a gold digger. They're going to go and date men for their money, not even being attracted to them. And as soon as they get in a situation where he either is dealing with other women or he's telling her no, they're going to feel disrespect, especially when they get some liquor in them, and their true self is going to come out. You know, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if he was trying to end things with her, which would have ended her meal ticket. It would have ended, you know, the safety net that she had. And she was probably willing to take him out and destroy herself in the process.